Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the metaverse again, okay? So this has been something, it seems like it's almost become more or less a buzzword in like the last few months. Really ever since Facebook announced that they were going to be doing a lot of stuff with it and whatnot, they were kind of, I guess, trying to lead that into being another big business product and whatnot for them. It just seems like people are talking about it a lot more, right? As VR headsets and whatnot become more and more popular and normalized, things like this are going to continue to pop up, right? Where things like the metaverse will be created and people can have, I guess, virtual lives that they can escape reality to and all these other crazy things, right? Like, it really feels almost like a sci-fi movie, some of the things that we're actually doing on this planet. But the story we're going to be taking a look at here today revolves around a beta tester who claimed that she was virtually groped in the metaverse Horizon Worlds, which I guess is some sort of VR metaverse platform that is made by Facebook/Meta. And for some reason, this is being treated as if it's like, I guess, some sort of real world incident. Obviously, here in the real world, you can't just go around grabbing people. You know what I mean? You can't just be putting your hands on people without their consent and things like that, right? That is not okay. And if you do that, you are liable to be arrested and charged, right? Like, you can't just go around groping women and stuff in the streets, man. That is just not an acceptable thing to do. Well, apparently this happened in the metaverse, and it is now being treated as an actual issue, an actual crime. And I just want to really kind of talk about it because I don't understand why this is even in the news, man. Like, why this is even really something that's being posed as an issue, right? Now, obviously, the metaverse is not real, okay? You have to put on a virtual reality headset, you have to, like, create an account or something. I don't know how the whole thing works, to be real with you. I don't partake in the metaverse, right? But, you know, there's some hoops that you have to jump through because obviously it's not real, okay? You're not being fucking teleported to another planet or another area or anything like that. It's just literally basically a video game for your eyes, okay? That goes around your head. Which really kind of adds to the absurdity of why this is even, I guess, in the news, right? So, a beta tester has claimed she was virtually groped in the metaverse VR platform Horizon Worlds from Meta, the company formerly known as Facebook. Meta revealed the incident on December 1st, saying that it occurred on November 26th. The woman had reported the assault on the Horizon Worlds beta testing Facebook group. Sexual harassment is no joke on the regular internet, but being in VR adds a whole new layer that makes the event even more intense, she wrote, according to The Verge. Not only was I groped last night, but there were other people there who supported this behavior, which made me feel isolated in the plaza, the virtual environment's central gathering space. Severe encounters of online harassment, including physical threats, stalking, and repeated harassment, are on the rise, according to a 2020 Pew Research poll, with the percentage of users reporting such incidents jumping from 15% in 2014 to 25% today. While much of it takes place on social media, VR is still nascent and already an apparent venue for harassment. So, alright, let's go ahead and talk about this, man. So, I actually have my own stories that I'd like to come forward with in this time frame, man. I can't stand seeing people being assaulted in the metaverse, man. Being groped like that, being touched like that in a video game, in virtual reality where, you know, you didn't feel any of it. You really weren't left with any long-term impact of it, right? Like, the actual event never really happened to you, right? I want to go ahead and explain a story. So, I was 13 years old, and I was playing PlayStation 3, and I was playing first-person shooter Call of Duty Black Ops 2 with my friends, and, well, we came across somebody who's haunted me for the rest of my life after the actions that they took against me inside of said game. After killing me in the video game, the player repeatedly teabagged my face and dragged his nuts all across my forehead and shot my body, and as a 13-year-old child, I had never felt so violated in my life. This has happened to me hundreds of times over the years in my life across multiple different video games, and I just don't know how to handle it, man. I don't know what to do. I really think that I need some sort of therapy to help me move on from this one, man. It's so horrible what's happened to me, right? So, obviously you understand the fucking absurdity of saying something like that, because, well, obviously, these things are not real, and any human being should be able to make the distinction, even if using VR, right? Like, you could put me in a VR headset. I've actually never played VR, believe it or not, right? But I know that it's not real, okay? Anyone with fucking, like, common sense knows it's not real. At any time, you can take the headset off, put the fucking controller down, whatever, right? And it's over, right? Like, the whole thing's over, and you never have to pick it back up. You never have to face it again, right? Because it's an entertainment platform. It's like saying, so if someone on Twitter tells me to suck their dick, have they now orally assaulted me? You know what I'm saying? Is that the route we're going down with this shit now? Because that literally doesn't make any fucking sense, and I don't even understand why this is in the news. Like, there are so many real instances of sexual assault going on that don't get reported, nothing happens, right? Like, there's legitimate predators out there on the run that are on the daily assaulting men and women and children, and, you know, things don't get done about shit like that, and people don't get arrested for shit, but yet, you know, we got people coming forward saying they were getting fucking groped in a goddamn VR headset, right? Like, I don't even understand how you get to this point mentally. Like, you literally can't enjoy anything. Like, because at that point, man, what? When you see someone get shot in the movies, are you afraid you're gonna get shot too? When you're playing The Sims and your character burns alive in their house after they fuck up a grilled cheese or whatever, right? Are you gonna magically spurt into flames in your chair? Like, it's fucking absurd to me, right? Like, I just cannot comprehend, like, the amount of mental gymnastics you genuinely have to do to try to consider yourself a victim in this situation. Being groped in a fucking VR game does not matter. I'm just gonna come out and say it doesn't matter, okay? At the bare minimum, right, most of these features are implemented with some sort of block feature, right? Or like, it's lobby-based. There's infinite amount of things that you can do to avoid this even happening again. Like, I can understand, like, somebody being obnoxious or whatever would be, like, I guess, annoying and whatnot, but to sit here and try and actually act as if, like, you're a victim of sexual harassment because you got fucking your digital avatar in the metaverse, I guess, groped and touched is just absolutely fucking bonkers to me. So, Horizon Worlds, operated by a VR company called Oculus, which is also owned by Meta, is billed as a pleasant, productive digital escape, a place to, quote, create in extraordinary ways and, quote, find experiences that matter with your avatar friends. The platform currently supports up to 20 people during one virtual session. In its statement about the incident, Meta pointed to its, quote, safe zone feature, which allows users to place a block against interaction with other users. However, the company admitted that it needs to work on making the feature, quote, trivially easy and findable, said Vivek Sharma, the vice president of Horizon, in a statement to The Verge. Meta spokesperson Christina Milian told the MIT Technology Review team that users are required to complete training that covers safeguarding tools before joining Horizon Worlds, where I guess reminders are also prompted during the user's experience. So, realistically, that seems about as much as you can honestly fucking do and it actually matter, right? Obviously, people are going to be getting on their VR headsets to fucking troll, right? That's just part of human nature. There are people out there that like to troll, they like to do crazy shit, they like to get a rise out of people, and they like to get a fucking reaction, okay? I don't think this is anything new on the internet. I don't know why society is treating this as if it's a fucking brand new concept that has never been introduced before, but yeah, people do crazy shit like that, okay? So apparently there's a feature where you can just block interaction with everyone in the VR, right? And I guess that protects you from being digitally groped and, you know, being a victim of assault. So I guess if, you know, you're so afraid of being groped that you would consider it a legitimate sexual assault against yourself, you can just fucking block interaction. Which is funny because, you know, in one part of this whole thing, right, they bill it as if, like, this is serious, right? It's no joke, okay? This is actually a really intense experience. But at the same time, unlike the real world where people are groped by the God knows how many daily and assaulted by the God knows how many daily, you can literally just hit a button that turns off fucking personal interaction in the game. So it's billed as if, oh, it's this realistic thing, you know, this is really happening to you. You're really a victim. But at the same time, you can do just completely unreliable things that just can't be done in real life, like blocking player interaction, which prevents this from happening to you. And it kind of sucks because, you know, like in the article they talk about, like, you know, physical threats and shit like that's on the rise, and I don't doubt that, but I think there's a very clear distinction to be made between, you know, somebody finding your fucking address on the internet and threatening to come murder you 5 times, and some idiot who, you know, just smoked a bong or something in his fucking basement coming up to you on a VR headset, I grabbed your boob, right? Like, let's get fucking serious here, folks. Like, what is going on, man? Like, am I the only one noticing what's happening in the world right now? Like, we got this fucking, we're going into year 3 of this global pandemic, right? There economic uncertainty fucking everywhere, right? Massive, massive issues to deal with, right? Within the next 20 years, there's a good possibility we're at war with China or Russia, okay? If not fucking both of them. But we have people, grown adults, might I add, people who actually fucking participate in our society complaining that they were groped in a fucking VR game. Like, it blows my mind that, like, 700 years ago, right, people genuinely kind of believed that the Earth was the center of the fucking universe. They died when they were 27 from the fucking common cold, or diarrhea, or a fucking headache, right? If you had an IQ above 60, they thought you were a witch and burned you at the fucking stake. Warlords from the next village over would come and cut your whole fucking bloodline off if they just felt like they wanted some extra fucking land. Nobody could take a fucking bath but once a year. It was like Christmas Day or something, right? Like, if you went back in time and you told them this shit, like, if they could even wrap their fucking heads around what was going on, what do you think that they would think? What do you think that they would say, right? Like, the amount of first world problems that we're seeing here is just mind-boggling to me. Dude, there's, like, even today, right, there are people who live on less than $1 a day, right? They're drinking fucking dirty river water or something like that. They're hoping that they can find their next fucking meal. And we have people complaining that, well, when I was playing the virtual reality video game for a living as a beta tester, somebody touched my fake boob. It literally sounds like an issue that, like, a fucking child would come up with, right? Like, you know, Mom, Billy's being mean on the VR game to me. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? It's so stupid. Sexual harassment in virtual reality is sexual harassment in real life. Full stop, experts have said. At the end of the day, the nature of virtual reality spaces is such that it is designed to trick the user into thinking that they are physically in a certain space, that their every bodily action is occurring in a 3D environment, Catherine Cross, a PhD student researcher of online harassment at the University of Washington, told Technology Review. It's part of the reason why emotional reactions can be stronger in that space, and why VR triggers the same internal nervous system and psychological responses, she added. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and ask, like, because I know a lot of you have VR headsets, right? Go ahead and let me know in the comments, okay? Do you genuinely believe that you're in the VR world when you have a headset on, right? When you're playing fucking Minecraft in VR, do you genuinely believe that you're in a fucking 8-bit pixelated Minecraft world killing fucking sheep and putting 3 blocks of their fucking wool together on some wood planks to make a bed? Do you really believe that you're fighting the fucking Ender Dragon IRL because the camera... Literally, let me tell you what VR is, okay? It's basically altering the camera settings. That's basically what it is, okay? Is that enough to make you believe that you're IRL there, guys? Like, when you're in these fucking cartoony metaverses and shit, you really believe you're there, right? You know, it's just such a realistic bodily response when you do that. I mean, if I was playing Fortnite in VR, I don't know if I could make the distinction here, guys. Like, it's really just that fucking hard for me to tell. And yeah, the nature of virtual reality spaces can be that they're designed to trick a user to think that they're there. It doesn't make it fucking real. Like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You know what? 3D movies, okay? They were designed to make you feel as if you were really there. You never fucking heard anybody saying, oh my god, Michael Myers cut my fucking chest open. What am I gonna do, right? Because guess what? Most people aren't like this. Most people don't fucking agree with this. And this is an honest problem here. And this is just a personal opinion of mine here. But the fact that they keep quoting quote-unquote experts like this, right, just fucking makes actual experts look like morons, okay? They will take the least credible, dumbest fucking expert ever just because they have a degree somewhere, allow them to espouse a personal opinion that doesn't make any fucking sense, doesn't logically tie into anything in reality, and just because, you know, they're an expert, everybody's supposed to have to believe them. Just because they're an expert, everybody has to fucking buy into this. That's idiotic. This person is a student researcher, okay? It's a complete difference between somebody who's been studying this since the fucking birth of the internet and a 22-year-old trying to get a goddamn PhD, okay? There's a complete difference in level of understanding of anything here. But of course, you know, they go to a university, therefore everything that they say is automatically correct, right? So it's fucking stupid, man. And I can't believe that we've gotten to a point in society where we're trying to legitimately, I guess, make crimes in VR real crimes, right? People fucking doing things in a fake world are equivalent to people doing it in real life. Realistically, what it does is it trivializes genuine sexual assault victims, okay? There really are countless women and men out there, right, who really should be coming forward about situations in real life to get people held accountable for what they did. And instead of amplifying their voices and giving real people who are actual victims a fucking shot to come forward, instead, you know, the New York Post and these fucking student researchers are instead focusing on a person in a beta testing getting virtually groped in a video game, basically, right? So that's basically where I'd say society's mentality is right now. I don't know. It's fucking idiotic, though. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, just, what do I even fucking say, man? And signing out.